Hey everyone, welcome back. I know we've been doing a lot with this tractor lately, but there's a reason for it. This tractor, while the 7040, oops, sorry, I shook the camera. While the 7045 is the workhorse, meaning that it does all the hard and heavy work. It does all the haying, so it cuts, rakes, bales, it does all the brush hogging, it does the fence post driving. It does all the actual heavy and hard work, but it makes sense because it's a much heavier tractor and it's also a lot stronger. It's 145 PTO horsepower, whereas this is only 22. But this tractor gets driven and used, not necessarily daily, but pretty close. Well, in the wintertime it is daily, but spring, summer, and fall, it's often. Not daily, maybe not even every other day, but in the spring, we're still feeding hay with it. And then we're also using it to till the garden. And then in the summer, we're using it to till the garden still because we have various plants that get planted, we'll harvest them, and then we plant another variation. And then we also use it to mow the yard. And then fall rolls around, we use it to till the garden again because we have one more variation that we try to plant in late August that goes into fall. And then if it makes it, great. If it doesn't, we just don't harvest it and it still gets tilled under. We till our garden and leave it sit over the winter dormant, and then during the winter when we clean the chicken coop out, we take all of that and we put it in the garden throughout the winter. And then we also mix a little bit of sheep manure in there. So the other thing we end up using this for is randomness. What I mean by randomness is this has forks and stuff. Days ago we used it to pull old fence posts out, and we also used it to move well, they were branches really, but they were really big branches. They're almost the size of a tree. But we use them as well, and we use them to take this to take those branches and get them out of the pasture. We don't want them out there because once the grass grows and stuff, it might hide them, and then we'll hit them with the brush hog with the big tractor. And hitting it with the brush hog is not too big of a deal because it has slip clutches. But whenever it makes debris, it throws it up my back window, and I've shattered the back window already, so I'm trying to prevent that in future endeavors when I replace the back glass with real glass and not plexiglass. So right now, two things that are gonna get done to this thing today, one of which is the glow plugs. The glow plugs haven't worked on this thing since we got it, and it's been cold, and it starts, even when it's cold, we started all the way down to about 5 degrees. And I mean, it started to just crank for about 30 seconds, but it did start. We're trying to avoid that. We don't want to crank for that long because it's hard on the starter. It's a high compression engine. It's a 20 to 1 or 21 to 1 compression ratio, so it's very high. Non-turbo diesels are very high compression usually. Makes them very easy to start when it's cold, but it also it is very hard on that starter because that compression has to be overcome by the starter. But we're gonna fix the glow plugs, and then we're also going to we're gonna add lights. Right now, the lights we have on here, they do a very good job, but the problem we have is there's not enough of them. So we've got 2 headlights on the very front, which they're good for seeing out, but I can't really see anything to the side of me, so we want to fix that. We want to put one on each side on the front that are tilted out a little bit. So instead of going straight in front of me, I want them to go out not quite at a 45, maybe like a 30-degree angle. And then on the back, we're going to add a couple more lights on the back. So stick around, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. So this tractor is equipped with glow plugs. They're not glowing. That's a problem. Not so much now because spring is here, but it's gonna be a problem real soon for us because we'll forget about it during spring and summer and fall because it's not cold. And then when winter hits, not having glow plugs, this tractor will still start without glow plugs. We started at 5 degrees without glow plugs, but it cranks for about 20 to 30 seconds, and that's pretty hard on the starter. So we're gonna go ahead and fix that now because it's warm enough out, and well, we've got the heat on in the garage today because it's about 38, 40 degrees, somewhere in there outside. But tedious stuff like this because I have to make a new coil. So I know you can't see it from there, but right here there is, or there should be, a coil. Oops. Sorry. there should be a coil that goes from this lug to this lug that I just took out. There's not one there, so I'm gonna have to make one. Basically what happened is the previous one burned up and it didn't work. So, not a big deal. We can make our own and get her all fixed up. So, what I've already started on, I found a piece of wire that's about the same diameter and thickness. May not be quite the same, material, but it'll work for what we need. And all I'm gonna do is bend this down so it'll be near the other one. I gotta open these up a little bit so that the studs that are there, I can put them back through there. And then this go through here. Oops. Maybe. Okay. So this will go through there, and we'll just hold it in place when we tighten it, obviously. We'll put this washer back over it, and then it'll be sitting in there like this. And what this does, I'll have to show you at the end. Basically, this gets warm, this wire right here, and when this wire gets warm, that shows me that the same wires that are in there for the glow plugs, they're warm as well. And they work. You can tell that it worked because otherwise it would have taken a lot longer of cranking. It had taken it's probably 60 degrees or better in the garage now, but it probably still would have taken somewhere around 10 seconds of cranking, 5 to 10 seconds, because the tractor itself is still pretty cold. So. So you can see the headlights right there at the top, right there, are pointing straight towards us. These ones down here are canted off to the sides a little bit. So if you view them from up here, you can see that instead of being straight with the front of the tractor, it kicks out to the side a little bit. So it seems to work very well for us. They could probably be turned up a little bit. Other than that, pretty good. Much better than what it was. And then we added a second one back here. So we got that one and, well, can't see anything from there. So we added one on each. So this one points to the back left. This one points more to the back right. Hopefully you learned something. And remember, you can fix a lot of things on your own without buying new parts at all. So, just something to think about. A lot of times, just look it up on YouTube and just see what it is that you're dealing with. Or you could take it apart yourself. That's what I did because I couldn't find a video on YouTube about this specific glow plug lamp. So, thanks for watching. I hope you have a blessed week. And come back here for more knowledge and we'll help build our farm together. Thank you.